to WB Institution and Online Educational Lab. Welcome to today's Mini Bite. Belarus revokes the aggregation, deport foreign journalists covering the protest. Belarus authorities have deported some foreign journalists and withdrawn the aggregation of several other reporting on the unrest. We'll see what exactly is happening in Belarus. Belarus was actually named after White Russians. In early 20th century, Belarus was actually ruled by its neighboring countries like Poland, Russia. These are some of its neighboring countries. It got ruled by them. In early 1994, it got its freedom. In August 1994, it got its freedom. We'll see what its neighboring countries are. So you can see a map over here. Okay. So Belarus, Minsk. What Minsk? This is the capital of Belarus. Clear? Minsk is the capital of Belarus. You can call this as a Minsk city. Clear? Minsk city. Fine. In the north side, this is your northeast part. It is got bounded by Russia, and in the southern part, south part, it is got bounded by Ukraine, and in your western part, it got bounded by Poland. In your western part, okay. And in the northwest, it got bounded by Latvia and Lithuania. These are the two countries bounding your northwest side of your Belarus. Clear? Mr. Alexander Lukashenko has served as the country's first president since 1994. Already we know that from 1994 only they got their freedom. From that point till today, he was the president of Belarus. He was also called as Europe's last dictatorship by some of the Western journalists because of his authoritarian type of government. The protest in Belarus. What is the source of the protest? What is the background behind the protest in Belarus? In early 1994, Belarus got its freedom. Mr. Alexander Lukashenko was elected as a president of Belarus. From that point till today, nearly for 26 years, they have got nearly 6 elections, counting the current one, which was held on last August. Till that election, Mr. Alexander Lukashenko was officially announced as the president of Belarus. Though he have got more than 80% of the people who hate his kind of government, which was run by Mr. Alexander Lukashenko. Very particularly in the recent election, which was conducted on last August, nearly 80% of the people are against him, but according to the country's election commission, stated that Lukashenko secured 80% of the vote. How come? In what way? This made a crystal clear statement that the election committed fraud by rigging votes. This created a spark among the people of Belarus. Svetlana Tikhanovskaya, she is the very strongest competitor for Alexander Lukashenko. She really, in the current election, clear, she really gained 80% of the people's vote in the current election. Still, Mr. Alexander Lukashenko has nominated and he got elected and officially announced that he was the president and he is the president. Soon after the election, Svetlana Tikhanovskaya, she have shared a video on YouTube which went very viral, stating that she is going to leave the country and moving to Lithuania after facing a threat from the country's leadership. This seriously created a very serious impact among the people in Belarus. This made the people to come to the streets of Belarus and to protest against the ruling government. So, the protest in the Belarus, the opinion of the other country, if there are several countries including the United States, including the European countries, they clearly rejected the elections which has resulted in Belarus. They clearly stated that the election which was conducted in Belarus seemed to be a fraud one. Nearly 19 Belarusian journalists have their aggregation to work for the BBC and other foreign media outlets. But they got removed by the country on the same day that 2 Associate Press reporters were reported from the country. See, nearly 50 journalists they got arrested and they were under the custody, and the license to report in the country got revoked. This seems to be very ridiculous, the action which was taken on the journalist. And the current week is said to be the third week of the protest, and the people are very clear with their demand: the resignation of their long-time authoritarian president, Mr. Alexander Lukashenko. This seems to be their very crystal clear demand, and the way of handling by Mr. Alexander Lukashenko towards their people seem to be very ridiculous, very unpleasant. He used his powerful military source and army source against the people to control the oppression of the people's opposition against the government. This seems to be very unpleasant, without considering whether they are kids or the women or aged people, without considering anything. The people were acting, the army source were acting against the people. So many injuries, so many people got died. So this really seems to be unethical. And yes, several of them were made to hand over their documents. See, when considering this journalist, many people have they have asked to hand over their documents, their mobile phones, hard drives to the government officials. And finally, according to the world leaders' reaction, several world leaders have condemned the Belarusian authorities' action against the journalist. UK Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab accused the authorities for targeting BBC News and other foreign media organizations for cancelling the accreditation to report the country. Even Austrian Foreign Ministry also made that this attempt was crystal clear to suppress the media freedom and to bias-free reporting. Hope in the coming days Belarus people will get a positive result. Thank you for all your time. Thank you.